Hey, what's going on everybody? This is a quick tutorial showing you how to use the Tropic Color film mats. If you've just purchased the pack or were curious about what this pack includes, I'm going to try and give you a brief breakdown on what's included and how to use it. So to start off, this is different than film grain. Similar, in the sense that film grain can be applied over your footage to give your footage like a film look or film texture, but where this varies and where this is different is each of these actually is just the edges, and I can do a pretty good job of explaining it by dropping in a quick little color mat. And by doing so, you can kind of see that right here, let me scale this down, that this is just the edge of the clip of the film negative. So you see how the white is missing. That will allow you to bring your footage in, and that means you just get the edge, of the film negative. So yeah, I think that's what kind of makes this pack unique, is essentially these are all pre-keyed out. So where film grain, you have to adjust the transfer mode to get rid of the gray. This has already been keyed out in alpha, and basically what that means is when you drag this above your footage, if you can see that right here, it already is ready to go. You don't have to change the transfer mode or blend mode, overlay, screen. It is ready to go. So, here is a quick example on how you can take a shot like this, which is, just a shot right out of the camera. And within a few moments, you drag this in, depending on your size of the clip. I believe this was an Alexa Classic, so we're around 2K. These are 4K, so when you bring them in initially, you might not see them. But just because if you were to zoom out, it's bigger, then the actual clip might be bigger than your source material. So if you bring the scale down, as you can see, you can just kind of match it right to fit. What I ended up doing, and I kind of did this if you saw the color film texture tutorial, is you want to uncheck uniform scale. Because as you see, look at, even as I go up to like 58, it's not quite hitting the edges. And every clip's a little bit different, so this is going to allow you to really finesse it. So if you go here, that allows you to adjust the width independently and the height independently. So I know from the jump, it kind of looks like stretched and kind of a different sort of aspect ratio. But yeah, if you just sort of finesse this, you can kind of right there. And sometimes you might even need to get to like the 0.9 and go down to like a 0.8. I think I lucked out right there. But what's cool is as you see this kind of play out, you can kind of see the perforation and the sprocket hole. So this isn't just like a still frame overlay. Like I feel like you can kind of, in our aspect ratio mats that we offer on Tropic Color, those are high res, just PNGs or Photoshop files that have the aspect ratio. This is an actual scan, an actual QuickTime. So you can kind of see as I scrub through the footage, you're seeing the little Kodak kind of go up and the sprocket hole, and the same is for pretty much all of them. Our 16 is, if you scale that down, you can kind of see the same thing as you scrub through. I think it's just a really nice way if you're trying to just give your, footage just kind of a little extra look, and I'll just do this one last example with the 35mm. Yeah, this one almost lines up just perfectly, but let's see. Just the width. Yeah, like I said, you just uncheck uniform scale and it allows you just to dial these in. This one looks like I only need to go up 0.5 just to get it right to the edge. And yeah, there you go. I mean, all right, yeah, so we'll just throw a quick little LUT on the footage just to sort of show you what it could look like. And yeah, I mean, just off the jump, I think that just already has such a nice cinematic feel, opposed to what we were working with just a moment ago. No matte, no color. I don't know. I feel like everyone's tastes and preferences are different, but this just sort of has like a stale kind of video feel. And I don't know. I mean, if you were to actually shoot on 35, like this is how you'd get your scans from the lab. Photochem would send you, they've got the rounded edges, and I don't know if you can see here because the screen's a little bit reduced, but if you bring this up, what's really cool about these mats is you can kind of see even just down to every single little detail. Like there's rougher edges. It isn't just like a beveled edge round, it's an actual film negative that has like a 500 point mask that really tries to capture all the little rough little tears and scratches. So as you play this out, it really looks like you know, are shooting on 35mm.